Samir Chivukula, working as a senior data scientist in Elsevier for about 7+ years now. And in today's talk, I presented about empowering clinicians, researchers, and students with medical content to make better decisions at point of care. So basically, this talk deals with a set of offerings that Elsevier has, which will enable clinicians at point of care to identify what is the right treatment modality or diagnostic procedure that he or she needs to suggest to a patient to give a better outcome with limited set of, using limited set of resources, medical examinations, and with limited cost. At the same time, some of these offerings will help nurses to have a proper checklist, and based upon the symptoms of the patient, they can go through these products and decide what should be the next action that needs to be performed so that the patients would get better and accurate treatment. And one other product which would be used by students is to actually help them build their knowledge by going through a lot of question banks in various medical subject areas and test their IQ and knowledge in those areas. In case they feel like they need to improve upon certain subject areas, they can refer back to the relevant content within the product offerings, and they can learn and master these subject areas. In our side of health space, basically, as you know, AI is actually impacting a lot of medical scenarios. So there is a lot of AI being embedded into medical practitioners' workflows. So this is helping clinicians, nurses, and researchers to make a better and faster decision. So in the past, as most of us know, these clinicians have a different way of treating each patient. Now also every physician has his or her own way of treating a patient, but with these kind of offerings from various companies, so we are trying to build a standard protocol which says this is how a patient needs to be treated, these are the set of medical examinations or laboratory examinations and the drugs that are supposed to be used for treating the patient, so that there is a standard way of treating them, and irrespective of who the doctor is, if a standard protocol is set, then the quality of the treatment that a patient would get would be of very high quality. So because I'm into health sciences, I'll try to address this answer with respect to the healthcare domain. So scaling is really required in health space because every 72 weeks or so, 72 days or so, we have a lot of medical content being added to the system. It basically doubles every 72 days. So there's a lot more content coming into the system, and on web you end up seeing a lot of content which is available for free, and there are so many authentic content which a user is supposed to buy as part of a subscription packages that he needs to enroll with. Depending upon the need, so if somebody would like to actually have a highly curated evidence-based information, then they will go with most authentic published and commercial content, say subscribed content, so that they have very accurate information. And there is a lot of free information available on the web, like Google, Wikipedia, YouTube videos, and all those things. So depending upon the situation, either you can have only proprietary content or free content or a mix of both. And if you are using a mix of both, then there is a vast content that needs to be used, and you need to be very particular about the content that is being put on websites like Google or YouTube, how authentic it is and how can you rely upon those content. So that's where say the AI plays an important role, wherein you can actually find similarities and try to compare say the available content with some of the existing authentic sources and see how similar it is, whether it is authentic or not. And if the content is too much, you need to scale up, probably build some big data systems which can actually mine through all of the content, and having some critical deep learning algorithms to figure out whether it's a relevant thing or not. And then you can figure out what is the most accurate evidence-based information. Yeah, actually Cypher is a very good platform for I would say like everybody who would like to know what's happening in the space of AI, ML and data science. In Cypher, like you get to hear about a lot of people working in different areas trying to address different use cases. There are talks related to health science, healthcare, talks related to fraud analytics, banking domain, like retail space, okay, so on and so forth. So you get to see a wide variety of problems here and how people are trying to tackle these kind of problems. So there are also some talks which gives you like very basic information which will help you to build your knowledge, and there are very high level talks which are talking about state of the art technology that they are using and building. So this basically gives you like an overall picture of what's happening in the industry. And people who would like to grow their career in data science, I would say platforms like Cypher will definitely help them to build their knowledge and make good contacts and connections so that they can grow in this area.